Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Zara's Storyblog. Today I'm going to be reading for you a book called The Really Rotten Pirates, written and illustrated by Damian Harvey. Everyone had heard about the Golden Bell. It was a pirate ship. Everyone had heard about its captain. Its name was Captain Longjohns. Everyone had heard about the crew. They were really rotten pirates. Everybody hid when they saw them coming. "It's the Golden Bell," they said. Here come the really rotten pirates," they shouted. "Ah!" they cried. The really rotten pirates spelt trouble. And they were so bad at spelt it wrong. So there's the ship called Golden Bell. There's the sea and lots of flags. The lighthouse, an island, a birds, palm trees, a sun, and most importantly, the really rotten pirates and the captain in front, and that's his bird. And you see, one's on top of here, and it's the deck or something, and he's sleeping like crazy, and here's some Z's like, hee. Anyways, not everything about the really rotten pirates was bad. There were three good things. Good thing number one: the really rotten pirates were always clean. They had a bath every day. Even their stinky boots had a bath, but they never took their boots off, so always they stank. The pirates complained to the captain. "Make him take the stinky boots off." They said. "No," said Captain Longjohns. The last time he took off his boots, a shark bit off his leg. Good thing number two: the really rotten pirates were well dressed. The Captain Longjohns, a whiz with a needle and thread, he made all the pirates' clothes himself. Captain Longjohns had made a hat for the ship's parrot. Her name was Biscuit. Funny. So there's the captain with his boots, and now he's knitting. And there's one of his crew members, and it's like he's sewing his pants. And over here, that's his bird Biscuit. And the hat, he made it for her. That's pretty nice. Good thing number three: the really rotten pirates had a lovely ship. The Golden Bell was the biggest, most beautiful in the pirate ship in the world. It had a beautiful silk sail, handmade by the captain. It had shiny silver cannons and clean polished decks. Captain Longjohns was very proud of the Golden Bell, and the thing that made him the proudest of all was this: on one golden bell was a huge golden bell. It hung from the mast on the thick red rope. In the morning it shone like the sun. The Captain Longjohns rang the bell to wake everybody up. So there's Captain Longjohns, and there's Biscuit, and he's grinning, and I think he's about to say, "I think I should wake the members and ring the bell." And look at this bell. It really actually is shiny, and this red and the sails. It actually is pretty shiny. Ding-a-la-ding-a-la-ding. "Wakey, wakey, rise and shine," he shouted. At dinner time, he gleamed like a fire and took the bell and rang the bell for the dinner. Ding-a-ling-ding! Dinner time, he shouted. At bed, he sparkled the moon, and Captain Long Jones read the bell to say good night. Ding-a-ling-ding! Nighty-night! Off the lights, he shouted. But even though they were clean and smart and had such a wonderful ship, Captain Long Jones and the really rotten pirates were still rotten pirates. This is how bad they were. The sailors couldn't sail. They kept going round in circles. The cook couldn't cook. He burned all the food and looked out. He didn't keep a lookout. He kept falling asleep in the crow's nest, so the golden bell was always bumping into things. It bumped into rock, it bumped into a whale, and one day it bumped into a rusty bucket, and that made the captain, Grimmy Stubblewot, very cross. The rusty bucket was another pirate ship. Grimmy Stubblewot with his captain. Captain Stubblewot was tall and thin. She had a long greasy hair and a pointy chin. On one end of her chin was hairy wart, and on the other shoulder sat a big blue parrot named Squint. The Rusty Bucket was the messiest pirate ship in the world. Its sails were tatty, its cannons were rusty, its deck was filthy. Hanging from the mast on an old piece of rope was a rusty old bucket. At dinner time, the cook clanged the bucket with an old wooden spoon. Clang, clang, clang! Dinner time, she shouted, and all the messy pirates came running. Okay, so let's get back to reading. Captain Grimmy Stubblewot was the messiest captain. Her crew were the messiest crew. The only time she had a wart when it rained. But the sailors were the best sailors, and the cook was the best cook, and the lookout was the best lookout. She could see for miles one day. Everyone on the Rusty Bucket was sitting on the round table having dinner, even though the lookout, that's why they did not see the golden bell. The Captain Stubblewot was just about to take a bite of her dinner when crash, crang! Peas, potatoes, meat, and gravy flew everywhere. Most of it landed on Captain Stubblewot. "Yuck!" the Captain Stubblewot cried. "What is that?" cried the cook. "It's the golden bell," cried the lookout. "Look!" So there's the ship, and the captain's like, "Oops!" And Captain Stubblewot is all messy. Ew. Everyone went to look. They could see the golden bell had crashed into the Rusty Bucket, and it was trying to sail away, but the really rotten pirates was so rotten that they were going around in circles. Then there was a scream. Ah! It was the cook! My beautiful bucket! She cried. There on the deck was a rusty bucket. It had fallen down in a crash, and all that was left was a pile of old dust. How will everyone know when it's time for dinner? Cried the cook. Everyone heard a loud ringing sound. It's coming from the golden bell, said the lookout. They must have a beautiful golden bell, she said. And they have beautiful clothes as well. Captain Grimmy Stumblewot had an idea. The really rotten pirates are really rotten, said Captain Stumblewot. They cracked into us and didn't say sorry. Yeah, said the messy pirates. They broke our bucket too, said the captain. Yeah, said the messy pirates. Then Captain Stumblewot told everyone her plan. Hooray, cheered the messy pirates. So there's lots of food, and there's a map, and there's the pirates, and there's the captain, and that's the map. Uh-oh, they're up to something mischievous. It was wash day. On the Golden Bell, the really rotten pirates had washed all their clothes. They'd hung them on the ship to dry. They'd all gone for a swim. It was a nice hot day. The water was warm and everyone was having a good time splashing about the sea. They dived off the gangplank. They jumped from ropes. Sploosh! Only the cook was left on the ship. He was chopping vegetables for dinner. He was making his specialty, a fresh green salad. It was only the thing that he didn't burn. The cook was so busy that he didn't see the messy pirates. He didn't see them coming in their boat. He didn't see them creep into the Golden Bell. He didn't see them sneak behind him. He didn't see them put a sack over his head. He didn't see anything else, but he did hear them. He heard them talking all about clothes. He heard them laughing and saying they put it on. The worst of all, he heard them taking the golden bang. Ding-a-dingle-a-dang. The really rotten pirates heard it too. Hey! Cried the lookout. Someone is taking our bell. Hey! Cried Stinky Boot. Someone is taking our clothes. Get them! Shouted Captain Longjongs. The really rotten pirates could see the messy pirates. They were getting away in a little boat, but none of the really rotten pirates did anything. None of them had any clothes on, and none of them dared to get out of the water until the messy pirates had gone. The really rotten pirates stayed into the water until it got dark, just to make sure nobody could see that they had been crept aboard the Golden Bell. They were cold and shivering. They had lost their clothes and the bell. They weren't happy. Don't worry, said Captain Longjongs. I have a plan. So is everyone, and that's the shiny moon, and all the pirates are naked and they're shivering. Lower the sails and bring them to me, the captain said. The Captain Longjongs cut up the Golden Bell's silky sails and made something for everyone to wear. Now we should catch those messy pirates and stink," said Stinky Boot. After them, everyone said Captain Long John's, but without any sails, the really rotten pirates had to row. Captain Grimmy Stubblewot and the messy pirates had to go back to the Rusty Bucket. But they were very happy when wearing their new clothes. They looked very smart. In the morning, some of them had taken a bath. Captain Stubblewot had even washed her hair. The cook was very happy with the golden bell, but now everyone will know when it was dinner time, she said. The sun shone on the golden bell and it looked beautiful. But the golden bell was swung on a piece of rope where the old bucket had been. The mast creaked and groaned. The bell was heavy. "It's dinner time," said the cook, and she rang the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-snap! The old piece of rope broke and the golden bell fell on the floor. Crash! The golden bell fell through the floor. Crunch! The golden bell fell through the bottom of the ship. Sploosh! "Oops," said the cook. So there's the golden bell in the sea, and the floor's broken, and all the pirates are looking shocked. Well, the captain is the most shocked. Everyone looked down to the hole. "Oops," said the Captain Stubblewot. The rusty bucket began to sink. The Captain Stubblewot and the messy pirates climbed into the lifeboat. They paddled away and watched the rusty bucket sink. There was a loud squawk. It was Squirt the parrot. He was stuck on top of the mast. "Come on, Squirt," called the Captain Stubblewot, but Squirt would not move. He was too frightened, so the Captain Stubblewot swam back to the ship to save him. She climbed up the mast and Squirt hopped onto her shoulder. Everybody cheered. Captain Long John's the really rotten pirates saw what had happened. "We can't leave the messy pirates here without a ship," he said. The really rotten pirates helped the messy pirates climb aboard the golden bell. Captain Stubblewot was swimming back to Squirt on her head. Suddenly Squirt started squawking and flapping. Captain Stubblewot couldn't swim with a flapping parrot on her head, so Captain Long John jumped in and helped her. Then the lookout saw Squirt had been squawking about the shark. Cried out the lookout. A huge shark was swimming after the two captains. "Do something!" cried the two captains. The Stinky Boot did do something. He took off its boots and jumped into the sea. The smell was terrible. It smelt bad in the air. It smelt so bad that it frightened the shark away. Later, the pirates all sat down for dinner. You messy pirates are not as messy as we thought, said Captain Long Jones. And you really rotten pirates aren't so rotten as we thought, said Captain Stubblewot. So the captains agreed to work together. The pirates agreed to work together too, and everyone knew it was dinner time because both the cooks shouted, "Dinner time!" And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed the story that I just read for you, and if you want to see more of my videos, please go to my channel and hit the like and subscribe button right now. Bye!